It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show. On a sick one. On a sick one.
On a sick one.
On a sick one.
On a sick one.
On a sick one. On a sick one. And we are back with the 11th episode of the On a Sick One podcast. I am wicked excited. As you can see, we're in Lifestyle Studio right now. We have upgraded, okay? I can't even be more stoked for my guy, Jay. The studio is decked to the nine. This shit looks sick. And as you can see, this is a Christmas episode on the On a Sick One podcast, 11th episode. I'm also here with my full-time, never fucking part-time friend, Tony. And dude, fucking great to have you back, my boy, in the flesh this time. Last time you were on the fucking walkie-talkie and
last time.
Oh yeah, it was Jay Bruce. Sorry,
yeah.
fuck, dude.
2 times before that.
We've been fucking rocking and rolling, dude.
We just stay rocking and rolling.
That in my brain right now feels like scrambled eggs. So
yeah, let's just talk about what happened, the events of you getting here right now.
The events of me getting here right now, this week has been really busy and it's been fun, right? I was walking through the 6 with my woes recently.
Bro, you were in fucking Toronto.
Yeah, 3 days ago I was in Canada, which was sick. So Joe International, how you doing? So basically last weekend I was gearing up for the Bigger, Better, Better pit bike event that I'm going to tonight after my stand-up comedy show. And I'm really looking forward to that. Todd Stanley Films, West Coast Pitting Committee. So that's going down. So we are gearing up for that. All of a sudden, I get a phone call from the homies at Stinger Trailer. Shout out to Stinger Trailer out of Canada. Appreciate you boys. So I get a phone call from the owner, Tyler, and he's like, yo, man. Basically, and without, like, long story short, he's basically like, I fucks with you, kid. And I was like, cool, you know? And he was like, so what's good? You want to do some promo? Come out here and work with Stinger and do some cool shit. And I was like, fucking A, you know, let's work, you know, let's negotiate. I fuck with the product. He sounded like a wicked good guy. So it's like, you know, let's give this a shot. And so I was like, when do you want me there? And he was like, Monday. And I was like, Monday? Like this Monday? He was like, yep. And I was like, I don't know if I can make that happen. I'm kind of packing a lot into a week, you know? So I was like, fuck that. Yeah, I'm down. Boom, copped a flight to Canada. He booked me one. Really took care of me when I was out there. I appreciate him so much for that. Go out to Canada, link up with my boy Jesse Ryan, link up with Chopsky, link up with the folks from Stinger. Just an amazing 2 days. It's a fucking bing bang. We crammed so much shit into 2 days. It was on a sick one for sure, to say the least. And got to check out the city of Toronto. It is true. Canadians love maple syrup. They love fucking a lot of the same shit that Americans like. And I love my friends in the North. We're North America in its entirety. The only thing that separates us is an imaginary line. We should just burn that motherfucker down and just be all one blissful, happy place.
Interesting.
So after that, ripped back on the flight, hopped off the flight, hung out with the fam for a second, and then ripped to Tracy. And I ripped out to Tracy, California to link up with Todd to make sure that the event
Todd Stanley Films
Todd Stanley Films is just ready to go. It's dialed. There's a lot that goes into that shit. So I went and did a promo the week before out there and then just felt like, you know, I need to go there. I need to just make sure, you know, help in any way that I can, whether it's picking up trash, taking a fence down, setting a fence up, like you fucking name it. I'm hands-on. Whatever it takes to fucking make this shit happen, I am down. I'm not somebody that's like, I'm not gonna fucking do all that stuff, man. Like, I only do this. Like, nah, fuck that. I'll do whatever it takes. So I go out there yesterday. We do a vlog. The vlog's fire. That vlog's about to drop. You should check that out. It's on Todd Stanley Films page. Super fucking funny. And then we went out there and just got the day dialed. And then I was gonna leave last night, and lo and behold, it's a fucking superstorm over the Sierras. You know?
Shout out to Donner Pass.
Shout out to Donner Pass for just loading it up and dumping it. And which is cool. Like, I love the snow, obviously. It just kind of fucked my day up. So then this morning, I ate a quick slurk, breakfast at Todd Stanley Films' house. Shout out to his chick, Jackie, for cooking that up. And then hopped in the car and started making my way here. And sure enough, fucking traffic 30, dude.
Yeah.
14 car accidents. One's on fire over the pass of Donner. It took me 6 hours to get home. It usually only takes me 3. So dub the time. On my way here, like I said, scrambled eggs is the best way to describe it. We had the podcast, and I'm like, yo, are we going to be able to squeeze this thing in? Because after this, we have the comedy show, and then after that, I got to rip out the Tracy. So That's what's led us here.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, high five. You've been on a fucking sick one.
Thanks, dude.
Like, you live, like, when people don't realize the energy around the word on a sick one, and I didn't realize it before Joe even told me about saying on a sick one. He was like, yeah, no, it's on a sick one now, bro. Like, that's what we're always on. And Joe, no matter what kind of Joe you're getting, he's going to be on a sick one.
Sober Joe these days.
Sober Joe, too. He's got a Waterloo with him.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
That's usually a twisted tea right there, my boys.
Usually it's a tall twisty, or it's a fucking heavy long drink black schlurk, or it's a fucking, shreddy cup with Red Bull vodka in it. Whatever. Drinking's what it is. It is,
It can be fun.
It can be, and if you're going out and you're partying, it should be. I'm 30 years old. I got a lot going on. I got, a beautiful family and shit. There's so many things that I want to focus my attention on. And honestly, I don't want to be hungover anymore. I don't want to make fucking poor decisions. I don't want to fucking spend all my money boozing. Adam Sandler said it best in that fucking movie, Big Daddy. He said, if you booze, you lose. Remember that. And I should have I was 10 when I watched it over and over and over again.
Scuba Steve.
I should have taken a fucking notes.
Yeah.
Scuba Steve style.
Yeah.
So
you're essentially Scuba Steve.
Dude, do you know how nice it is, though, the sober train? Like, I'm not one of those people either that, like, looks at people like, oh, I'm sober now. It's like, I don't give a fuck. You want to party, you want to rage, like, send that shit, my buddy.
Yeah.
But me, it's for my life, It's like what I want to do. And it's honestly the first time since boot camp when I was fresh out of high school, because, you can't drink in boot camp.
Yeah.
So I had to stay sober for that. But since 3rd grade till now.
That's great, dude.
Dude, this is the first time I've ever fucking hit some sobriety checks like this, and it's awesome, dude.
And it's not like it has to be a forever thing.
Well, it's not. Well, I don't know. I'm not putting a cap on it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Nor am I saying
you're not pressuring
never
yourself.
again.
Yeah, there doesn't have to be any pressure around it.
But as of right now, it's like, nah, I'm good.
It's like taking gluten out of your diet. It's like no big deal.
I am California sober, though. I think marijuana can be very, very beneficial for people. Like I really do. Here's the deal, though. Know your limits on that as well. Test shit out. These days, marijuana is so powerful that it'll put you on your ass.
Yeah.
And so I use the marriage ganja. Definitely love the Mary Jane. Shout out to Culture and Cannabis for always keeping me laced with some super fire trees.
Gang, gang.
And I use that though, and I use that kind of these days in like prior to going to bed or prior to watching a movie. It's more of a relaxation thing because to be honest with you, I can't be that high. Like I don't function super stony baloney like that, but. It feels good. So if you're thinking about becoming sober or whatever, hit me up. I don't have it all figured out. It's only been 52 days or whatever, but if I can fucking do it, you can do it. Shout out to sober people. Shout out to people that like to black out. I used to fucking back tornado fucking shotgun Coronas like it was going out of style.
Yo, I remember the first time ever watching a tornado a Corona, and that was the dopest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm fucking very good at it.
You're like amazing. You know where we did it together? And I wanted to bring up the story. Remember when we did the Culture as Food episode?
Yes, I do.
You remember?
Is that the one where I was drinking the salsa?
Yeah, you drank the salsa, dude.
Shout out to La Barca.
Yeah, Culture Campus have a foodie show called Culture as Food, and this is like probably like a year or two of us like really getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we just had started doing the comedy show together.
We had established some shit though.
Yeah, we had some established shit, and I was like, yo, I definitely want to get you on the show. You were down to do it, and we did it with La Barca, which is your guys' homies. Food is amazing. They're usually we were at the Eddy too at the time, and it was me, you, and JC Coates on camera, and then Chuck behind the camera.
The squad.
and Joe shows up pretty drunk. And
how you doing?
Joe's like, give me a Corona. I was like, all right. So we go get Coronas and a couple drinks from the bar at the Eddy, sit down to go start shooting. And he was like, get this. He licks the fucking glass, rolls it up, chugs it. That's how we start off the episode. And then at the end of that episode, he chugs 2 different salsas.
Yeah, no, I love verde salsa.
Yeah, you're a green guy. Gringo.
Verde, yeah, mucho bueno.
Gringo's my favorite.
Yeah, to be funny, Joe, I wanted to slurk down and take a little shot of green salsa because Tony said that I want to do it. Dude, Culture is Food.
Am I make a comeback?
It would be terrific, and if it does, I'll fucking gladly be a part of that again.
Of course, anytime.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want to go back to your Canada trip because you went over it Canada.
Fuck.
I want to take this piece by piece. So Canada, you roll up to Canada. First thing I see on your gram, you're on a bike.
Yeah, straight out the plane, straight to a 110, straight to like good times.
Just ripping.
Yeah, ripped around the 110s over there by their shop, and then he had a freshie side by side, and he's like, "You want to go out before dinner?" Because we're still waiting on Jess and Chop to show up and shit. So he's like, "You want to go on the side by side?" And I was like, "Abso-fucking-lutely." So we throw some lids on, put the harnesses on, we start ripping out. He takes us over to this dirt lot section thing over by some warehouse type shit. And he's ripping. And in those things, dude, when you're riding a side-by-side and it's like a beefy one and somebody else is whipping it, I don't give a fuck how talented they are. You're like, oh, shit. You're grabbing the little fucking thingy because it just feels like at any moment somebody's going to fuck up, and those things are powerful. I don't know. It was sick. He was killing it. So he's mobbing, and then out of nowhere, he goes, and just stops that motherfucker. And then he looks at me and he goes, "Do you want to," before he could fucking finish asking me if I wanted to drive it, I was already fucking unclicking my shit, jumping out the door and coming around to the driver's side. As soon as I got in that bitch, I was just like, oh, full auto fucking centrifugal clutch. Here we go. And just, and was cooking and booking in that thing, dude. Like, he was doing the oh fuck grab for the straps and stuff inside that thing.
What kind of side-by-side was it, do you know?
It's a Can-Am 1000, I think.
So, like,
but it fucking rips.
Because, like, there's, like, some, like, I remember when I was growing up, like, side-by-sides, like, that's when they first started getting huge, right? And they had the Razors, right? The Yamaha Razors. Like, that was, like, the first big ones. And am I right or am I wrong here?
Yeah, fucking, I don't know my side-by-side history that well, but it's, like, the first one any of us fucking heard of.
Like, yeah, let me get a Razor.
Razor.
And then you would just, like, see kids at the dunes just ripping them, jumping them super, super hard. And then they would roll them. It just always looks so sketch.
They rip.
Yeah.
So your boy fucking...
Did you roll it?
No,
okay.
Absolutely not. But I did fucking do a burnout on the pavement with his $1,200 tires a piece. Yeah, so...
Was he not happy about that?
Well, he told me to park. He was like, "You want to park that thing in the shop?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." So I hopped back in it, and he was like, "Try to flip that thing over." And when I heard was, "Do a fucking burnout." So I fucking loaded it up and let it eat. And so it was, da 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 da. And then he goes, tires. So I figured I should chill out on that.
So then, okay, because, like, so you go out, you hang out with them, and then, like, what kind of promo are you doing? Like, what are you shooting content? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so we did a promo vid, Chop Up with Chopsky for the trailer itself. And then Stinger Trailer is hooking up with Canuck Moto, which is a motorcycle shop owned by this kid named Philip. He's fucking wicked cool. So I went out and met him too. But they're going to build two bikes. They're going to work together. They're going to build two bikes. And what they want to do is some really friggin' awesome stunt shows in Canada next year up north, northeast. At different Harleys and fucking wherever they end up doing the shows. But they want to have the bikes on site, have the boys grab their backpack, grab a helmet, catch a flight, and just have bikes on site. It saves in logistics. It saves in, like, fucking time, energy, money, effort. And then you're able to get dope riders out there, you know, easier, and more of the money can go in their pockets versus them having to pay for travel and all whatever the fuck. So they're putting together these bikes. We're going to do some super dope stunt shows next year. I think they want to have me come out. I know. They want me to come out and MC the shows and hype those up. So next year, another fucking different country of doing what I love to do, fucking MCing an event.
What do you think are the biggest similarities and differences between, like, the Canada guys and, like, the America guys, the USA guys that you fuck with? Because I feel like it's like...
That's kind of a tough question,
I feel
Tone.
like it's very, like, intermingled, right? Like, I feel like the culture is, like, kind of the same, but maybe a little bit different. Like, you know how, like...
I think it's more popular in America.
Okay.
It's been around longer, I think. And then just, I don't know, social media's allowed different people to pop up from different areas. But I think the American dudes were just way more established. Like, Americans are sickos, dude, in the bike life.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking sickos. So I think that the Canadians are just kind of popping up. Like Jesse Ryan, the Canadian Slayer. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to Sean Miller. You know, we just had them on the podcast. They represent the North really, really fucking well. And, yeah, they're a prime example of going out there, putting in the work, working for their spot, and going out there being themselves and being somebody, and it paying off and having results. So they'll be out there doing those shows too.
Yeah. So like, because what I've noticed is that now we've had almost a year worth of shows. This is our last show of the year, which is crazy to think about. And so it's like it's like it's nuts. And I want to talk about that. But what I've noticed is that you've brought cats from all around the country.
Yeah.
To fucking Reno, Nevada.
Yeah.
And
putting Reno on. You know what song's playing in my head right now? I put on for my city. Oh. You know, it feels good.
Shout out Young Jeezy.
Shout out to the biggest little city, dude.
Yeah, shout out to if anyone from the Reno, Tahoe, city of Reno is watching this, you need to put my boy Joe Comedy on. You know what I'm saying? Put us on. Send me a DM. We'll get some deals going. Anyways, I've noticed similarities between a lot of these guys and also differences between these guys.
Yeah.
So like okay, so your boys Brian 636 comparative to like High Side Joe coming out of North Carolina, right? Both a Midwest guy, East Coast guy, what they ride's a little bit different. Just kind of like then we got Dom
89 Arizona,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like they all like
real quick, I'm gonna stop you real fast just because I gotta pay the respects to High Side Joe. It's North Carolina, remember?
What I say?
East Coast.
Oh no, North Carolina, which I guess is like it's the East Coast.
Fuck is that considered?
I guess
is it like
southeast,
south,
east,
northeast.
High Side Joe, I apologize.
No,
if
it's Joe's not gonna be mad. He'd be like, if anything, he'd be like, man, you know, fucking.
I did say North Carolina though, right? Did I say North Carolina? No, no one fucking knows.
My bad.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, fuck that.
Anyways, but I'm happy because there's the East Coast crew, which are different boys.
Yes, and they will be on here.
Yeah, and they will be on here one day. But just those differences, right? Like, and so it's like now you have these guys from Canada, and you ride with some guys out in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's crazy to see that it's like different pockets, but everyone still fucks with each other.
Very, very true. Very interesting to see the same thing. You know, it's different dudes from different spots. They're all fucking different, but they're all very similar, right? So I think that's what's cool is you kind of see and you get to feel out and hang out with people that are from different states and they were raised a little different or fucking, have different styles or whatever. But I think that's one of my favorite things, to be able to bring folks out here, show them how we live, take care of them, do dope shit, and put on for the Reno stunt scene because there is a Reno stunt scene. Shout out to all my Reno stunt boys and girls.
I low-key think between Nevada and California, and correct me if I'm wrong here, there's a shit ton of talent.
Yeah, fucking A.
Could be the most talent in the country? No. Oh, okay.
I don't know. What was your your distance?
Like the West Coast guys.
Oh fuck yeah, that's a hard thing to say.
I'm not trying to like start beef or nothing, but I'm just saying like the West Coast guys.
Yeah, next thing you know, there's no, but I feel you. I don't know. I think it's very spread out in the States. That's what I'm saying. Like you got homies in the South that crush. Then you got homies on the East Coast that crush.
Yeah, Midwest.
Then you got the Midwestern homies that slay. And then you got the fucking West Coast dudes that just fuck shit up. And then you got the North and South below us and above us that slay. So it's like really, you got guys that are talented from all over. I think what separates people is their personalities.
Yeah.
Is how they are brought up, how they treat other people, how they carry themselves. What do they do for themselves and what do they do for other people? Are they fucking hustling? Are they grinding? Do they fucking talk shit over here and fucking act different to somebody over here? Are they genuine folks? I think that's what separates them. And I think that's what separates anybody and everybody from each other in general.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
So the Bike Life homies, like shout out to all of them. Shout out to everybody that's come out here to Reno.
Dude, it's been sick.
I appreciate the fuck out of all you guys.
It's been a sick year, bro.
It's been fucked up. It's been sick.
And I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like,
I think 2023 is gonna be off the chains.
And like we're renewed for another year. You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear that?
Jay Light, we're renewed for another year, boy.
We got another year locked in.
You're stuck with us for another year.
Just real quick, I want to talk about a couple of upcoming things. Part of this Stinger wants to come on board with the podcast as well for 2023. Shout out to them again. I know we've been talking about them a lot, and they deserve it. They took care of your boy Joe out there, and I appreciate that. So, anyways, they're helping us get some folks out here, and we're gonna have guys, Junkyard. Talk to him, Kenny. He wants to come out and slay. I talked to Sal today and Gabriel from East Coastin', and they want to come out and do it. Fucking looking forward to that as well. Want to get low life stunts out here. I've talked to him. He wants to do it out of Florida. So really gonna be a sicko year. B-Rup from fucking Arizona, you're coming. We're gonna do some really cool shit this year, and I'm really excited. And by the way, dude, thank you. I am extremely thankful for this. I'm thankful for all the subscribers. We're up to 400.
Yeah.
Joe, so 400.
Yeah.
Like,
the real ones.
It's a slow grow. It's a hard friggin' thing to do, dude. It really is, man. And it can be discouraging at times. You can be thinking that you're fucking slaying it and everything's all good, but you got to just keep fucking thugging.
Get better every time.
Get better every time. What else? What else for 2023? Now you got me thinking about the.
Okay, so 2023. So we have. Okay, so low key. I don't want to say any hard dates or anything, but Joe and I, this previous month at an event at dispensary.
Yeah.
Which went really well, and they want to renew us for next year to do 2 big shows.
Oh, sick.
And I haven't really talked to you a ton about it, but that's something to be looking forward to.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, and low key, one of them could be in Pahrump.
Shut up, Pahrump.
Yeah.
Rump.
Have you ever been down there, Pahrump?
I've gone through Pahrump.
Yeah.
I ain't ever like gone there and like
vibed
out.
I think their low key could be a scene.
Little sleeper scene.
Yeah, a
down
little
there.
sleeper scene. You know what I'm saying?
I think we should do a little stunt show out there. Bear's right over there. Get Seabear
Yeah.
on a show.
Seabear stunts, baby.
Yeah, that would be sick as fuck.
Shout out Seabear.
Yeah, that would be sick.
So I mean, that's
It's really cool to get those kind of calls, and when you hit me up about that kind of shit, and I think that's like you got to go. That's that go get it mentality.
Yeah.
Like if you're driving to work right now, or you're at work and you're listening to this, or whatever you're doing, like dude, I'm telling you, like if you're trying to do a side business, or you want to do your own thing, or you want to start doing stand up, or you want to whatever endeavor it is, bro, fucking stop wasting your time and do it. You'll be happier. You'll be thankful that you started, because the only way to get somewhere with it is to start it. And then you just keep going. And if you ever need a little fucking nudge or fucking Joe to pick you up and get you going, a little Joe motivation, if you will,
a cup of Joe.
hit my line. A cup of Joe. See, that's another thing that I got going. You know, Joe pre-rolls. How you doing?
Oh yeah, shit. Well, and
I don't want to dive in that super hard. That's
no. Okay, but also I was gonna talk about all your merch shit that's gonna be dropping next year.
Yeah, I want to do some On a Sick One shirts, dude. I don't know if you guys would wear those. That'd be sick, dude. I think On a Sick One shirts would be dope.
On a sick one gear, maybe a full on clothing line.
Yeah.
And then
Joe merch,
and then some Joe comedy merch as well. I know that's all that stuff's in the works. So I'm really pumped about that in 2023. And then comedy shows, man.
Yeah, got to stay consistent with the comedy shows.
Yeah, and so next year's gonna be a sick year for comedy shows.
Yeah, I think so too. I think every time you set the bar a little higher, you know,
Yes.
Now you either meet that bar and or raise it up.
Yeah.
So to raise the bar from what we did this year together, which thank you, fucking great to have you working together with me. It's awesome. I'm super thankful for it. But
Yeah.
if we can raise the bar a little higher,
We're going to.
I mean, fuck, dude,
We're gonna do
that's
12
incredible.
bangers next year.
Nick at the Pole Lounge has been really awesome with us doing those comedy shows down there, dude. It's
The best.
It's been really cool. He's another person that just helps me and takes care of me. It's like those mutual beneficial relationships, as I like to call them. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
you know what I'm saying?
Jay.
Lincoln and building, baby.
Yeah, Lincoln Build.
Shout out Hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, I feel it.
it's friggin' awesome, dude.
Hope, yes.
Can we
Hope
talk
is-
about something real fast? I know this is fucking random. We're just jumping around here, but I've been thinking about Christmas,
Okay.
and it, like fucking clearly,
we're in the mood.
clearly we're excited.
Yeah. We've been.
I don't know. It seems like Jay from Lifestyle Studios here, fucking Christmas is probably his favorite holiday. No? Yeah, it's his wife's favorite holiday. So it's technically his favorite holiday. That's fucking awesome. Did you believe in Santa Claus as a child?
Yes.
Of course you did. We all fucking did. And you know why we did? Because our parents lied to us. But it ain't our parents' fault per se. It's big corporate America's fault. These motherfuckers, dude, you want to talk about a marketing campaign? They didn't start a fucking sale or do some Cyber Wednesday, Black Friday shit. They went and started a full-blown fucking holiday based on something that I think's a little fucked up to base it on, you know? Like a belief, you know, and making it religious, right?
Okay.
Right? You know,
I mean,
celebrating
I
Jesus'
want-
birthday,
yeah,
right?
I want to hear how this goes.
Okay, we're talking about Santa Claus.
Yeah,
How you
okay,
doing?
Santa Claus.
Yeah, big old fucking Santa.
Corporate Santa Claus.
Corporate Santa.
Got it.
Because do you believe in like legendary like folktale Santa?
Like Saint.
A dude that
Good old Saint
gave presents to kids and shit.
Well-
Because the Santa that is and the Santa guy that I'm talking about are two different motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah. Well, so like the origin story of Santa Claus.
There's
is,
an OG story of Santa. Yeah, sure. I
which
don't
is-
even really know it that well.
It's Saint. His name's Saint Nicholas.
'Kay.
Lived in a village. And he
So
was-
basically, we take Saint Nick and we just change his shit to Santa Claus.
Well, I mean, Santa Claus. The Santa Claus that we know didn't get made until like the early 1919 or like 1920, and it was a Coca-Cola campaign.
Okay, Coca-Cola campaign. You're telling me that's how that's the Santa that we grew
know-
up watching as a kid. That's
All the movies that we've ever watched is because of a Coca-Cola campaign.
Okay,
back
think
in
about
the
this.
20s.
Think about this. Our parents kind of lied to us, and corporate America lied to our parents. or didn't lie to them, but created something that they couldn't get out of.
Yeah.
And then the cycle continued. Basically, what I'm getting at is I had to tell my kids, the breakdown about Santa,
You told all your kids about Santa?
I didn't tell them. They've been coming to me one by one, slowly, as they get a little older. Hey, Dad, like you don't have to do that no more. You don't have to pretend.
Oh,
like,
they
I
know.
Yeah, two of them know.
But they're waiting for the confirmation from you. They want because it's like
they come to you and they're like upset.
Yes.
They're like, "Yo, what the fuck? You've been fibbing to me about the dude." And then I'm thinking about it like, yeah, because of that motherfucker, we've been buying hella shit we don't need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a weird little vicious cycle.
But, I mean, do you have any fond memories of Christmas?
Yeah, sitting on a bunch of random weird dudes' laps in a fucking mall.
But like Christmas mornings?
Yeah, they were excellent. It was definitely jolly and happy.
You know what I'm saying? Like you wake up, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so that being said, yeah, sure. I think getting a few gifts, 3, 4 things is like nice to receive. These fucking Christmases nowadays are ridiculous, bro. You ever seen the Black Friday shopping videos? Are you fucking kidding me? That's because of Santa Claus, dog. That's because they're trying to fucking, Santa dropped down the fucking chimney we don't have and fucking dropped off 300 presents for 2 kids.
It is a good con.
It's a phenomenal con, bro.
It's like
America's just been using that to fuck all of us. Let's be real.
It's like
that's not what Christmas is about. Let's just be clear about that, in my opinion. That's not what it should be about. It shouldn't be about as many fucking gifts as you can get.
It's just so funny because it's just like we're going to force parents to make their kids believe that they're Santa Claus, so the parents have to buy these kids gifts because if not, it's gonna look like Santa Claus didn't show up because they were not good.
Low key, fuck Santa, dude. Look at this Santa. Yeah, Santa's out with all your money, drinking and fucking paying for strippers. Parents, think about it.
That's the real Santa.
Yeah, that's him right there.
I mean, your kids don't watch this
he's
podcast.
He's F&B's and getting money is what he's doing,
F&B's and getting money. Yeah. Your kids don't watch this podcast, right?
Fuck no.
Okay, that's what I thought. So any big...
It's rated R.
What are the gifts that, like, you got, like, any...
Now you got me really worried. Like, maybe they are watching this thing when I'm not around. Santa is real. Fuck.
No, they're not watching it. So, like, are there any, like, big gifts this year? Like, what's, like, the big... I don't even know. Because, like, you know how every year...
big gifts like that they're trying to slang to our kids? Yeah, I don't know. You know which one I'm sick of fucking seeing, though, that they try to hype up?
What?
Slime.
Slime?
Slime, dog. Like these slimy, weird, like putty fucking tubs of stuff. And it's just been fucking up my life.
But do you already have a slime?
No, they have 14 different types of slime.
But they need more slime.
But they want more slime.
What's this, like, they just, like, make shit with the slime?
You know what? That's a phenomenal question about what's, like, in right now with toys and shit. Because there's some weird shit.
Well, the only reason why I asked is because when I was in college, my youngest cousins were, like, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so my aunt would call me and be like, hey, I'm looking for, like, this is the toy of the year. And be like, would you mind going to your, like, Reno Target and checking in? And like, every time, I don't know why, maybe just because people in Reno don't buy this shit, but, like, I would always get the most exclusive shit at the Reno Target in South Reno.
Think about this. Let's be real. The real Santa Claus is Jeff Bezos. Think about that guy counting his fucking money this holiday season.
I mean, he doesn't work. I mean, he sold Amazon. He didn't sell Amazon, but he's just, like, he retired, quote unquote, retired from Amazon. But yes, Amazon, Jeff Bezos.
Okay. If that fool doesn't own fucking that shit, I don't even care. But who owns it now? And whoever that is, whatever.
Well, he owns it. So
it's like, congratulations, bro. Santa.
I mean,
Jeff.
He's like the richest man in the world.
Yeah, it's unreal.
One of them.
I did see something about it, though. I would love to know if it's actually true that he is putting out $123 million to work on homelessness, like ending homelessness, which I don't know if you can necessarily end homelessness. I think there's people that actually choose that life quite often, which is really fucking sad. Their parents probably fucking lied to them when they were kids about Santa.
Probably.
Or whatever, but it's...
Or didn't lie.
Or didn't lie and should have.
Yeah.
But...
Life's hard.
Life's tough.
Would you donate $123 million to homelessness?
If I had it like that, dude, yes, I would work really hard. I'd probably team up with a bunch of other filthy animals and rich dudes and try to do something, man. It's a cold world.
Cold world.
It really fucking is, man.
J. Cole.
It really fucking is. Can I ask you a question, Tone?
Yeah.
What do you do to be happy every day? Do you have a fucking regimen? Because, like, dude, in this day and age, it's hard to be happy every day. It's a full-time job being happy, and the only person that is supposed to keep you happy is you.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the only person responsible for your happiness. And it's a fucking hard pill to swallow. It's a hard thing to accept.
Yeah. It's tough. It's a challenge every day. I just try to remember that I'm grateful for things.
Yeah.
And when I start thinking negatively, I try to think about, okay, my life isn't that bad. This problem isn't that big. And if it doesn't matter 5 minutes from now, it's not going to matter 5 years from now. If it doesn't matter
Facts.
5 years from now, it's not going to matter 5 years
Yeah, why are you
from now.
letting it fuck with your day?
Yeah. So, like, okay, perfect example, the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could have been pissed off about like, the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't.
No.
Because I realized you were stressed.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I get more stressed, that doesn't help that situation out. And well, you know what happened? You changed your mind. You said, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to call Tony back and say, fuck it, we're doing this podcast.
Boom.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That shit hypes me up.
That's that getting down in the dirt.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I love that shit.
Fuck around and find out, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Joe Common's a strong dude.
Yeah.
Strong mind up here, boy.
Strong mind, strong heart.
Big heart.
Strong muscles.
You been going to the gym or what?
No, I haven't, but I will tell you that I'm ready.
You got that South Rack membership still?
Yeah, same membership I've been paying for a year and 6 months and haven't used it.
I think episode 2.
God, what a silly motherfucker, dude.
Episode 2 we talked about
I was
it.
like, I'm gonna start going. Yeah, episode 2. Here we are. I was with the homie Cody earlier. Shout out to one of my best friends, Cody Squirrely.
He's in the studio right now.
He's in the studio right now with us. I was with him earlier, and he was like, he hops in the car, and he's like, God damn, dude. He's like, you were working out, bro? And I was like, no, but that shit makes me, you're like, maybe. You're like, a little bit.
You're just an active guy, though. You know what I'm saying?
Were you going to call me a goof? You're an active goofer. No, yeah, I am. I think that that's what keeps me in shape somewhat. And I also think that it's my insane blessing with metabolism.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. You're just a natural athlete. But you also go to Trace, California and build fucking...
We were doing all kinds of shit with that.
You're like shoveling shit.
Consistently active.
Yeah, so it's like, and I want to bring it back to that because I know we talked about Canada. I want to talk about I'm sorry, I'm gonna fuck the name up for your mini bike show.
Mini bike show? Oh, this weekend?
Pit bike show. Pit bike.
NorCal Shred Sesh.
NorCal Shred Sesh. And you guys
put on by West Coast Pity Committee.
And it's pit bikes.
It is. Yes, that is the core.
Kind of like what we did that one time.
Todd Stanley Films and I, and this is great. We did a recap on it the other night when I stayed the night down there. We watched some of our old videos on his YouTube channel. If you haven't checked those out, go to Todd Stanley Films YouTube. This isn't something that just happened. That goes back to, like, you got to put the fucking work in, dude. He came to me a couple years ago, and I think our first one we did together was in 2020 during COVID times, and he was like, yo, I think that we could do some cool shit. He's like, I've already done a couple ride days. He's like, but I want to make it, like, bigger. I want to go for it. Are you down to collab? And I was like, yeah, dude, I think what you do is great. I think we both have our things that we bring to the table. And I think that if we, send it, we could really put together something special. And so sure enough, bro, December 11th, 2020, we fucking made it happen and had a super sicko fucking event.
I was there.
You were there. Remember that?
I rode a bike.
You did pull up on that one. And you did ride bikes.
and we
LaBarca was there that we were just talking about earlier, and like a bunch of homies were there. All the local Slayers were out there. Fucking, it was a really awesome event. It was on BLM land. We didn't even have all the shit that we have now. So it's like that's where it started. And then he was like, "Do that one," and then we did another one, and now we're doing another one. And this is our fourth one together. And it's like, it's gonna be great tomorrow. Yeah. Weather's been a little funky and stuff, but it's so dusty out there and shit. It needed some rain, so I think the shred gods too. They usually always, and the homies that have left us or watching over us. Every time we think the weather's gonna be shitty for an event, whether it's a ride around the lake for a memorial ride or Tahoe shit show or fucking West Coast Pity Committee events, it's like it always just like
always works out.
Like I don't know, and I love to stay extremely optimistic about it because maybe I can pump enough of that into the fucking atmosphere, and into the what do you call it?
The ecosystem.
Into the ecosystem.
Or the
and
ethos.
I was looking for universe, but I couldn't find it. Again, scrambled eggs. To help that cause. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Taking my little brother again, Noah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, trying to give him some memorable moments in his life as well. So.
Shout out Noah, dude. That's why I first met him at that
Noah's
event.
a sicko. I feel bad. I had him like a Mike Metzger helmet and like some fucked up sunglasses and like a t-shirt and sweatpants. And he wasn't looking very steezy out there the last one. Sorry about that, little brother. But he was ripping on a freshy little 110 and just going after it. Like, I don't even think he stopped to go to the bathroom. I think he just shit and pissed his pants the whole time. No, he didn't. But that's something that matters to me as well. Is like, dude, just being able to help give him dope times and experiences. So between my kids, my little brother, and like all the kids that you see out there at the events, and then all the older homies that love riding pit bikes, there's so many people involved in it. Huge shout out to Shane, Steven. Todd, like the whole team that works for Shane, like everybody comes together to make that possible now.
Sick.
So it's like it's evolved, and it's grown. And whether it's like in a field on BLM land or it's like a full blown event on private property where there's like all these added amenities and cool shit going on, it's like just trying to have a good time.
It's a big event.
It's gonna be lit.
I'm excited to see this thing grow.
Thanks, dude. You know what's crazy? We're so like on to the next one these days, I think.
On to the next one.
Dude, it's like
on the second one, on to the
just
next
on
one.
your fucking phone, oh God, it's disgusting, dude. It drives me nuts. And I'm I'm part of the fucking problem because I'm on my shit too.
And you're posting.
And I'm posting, but I think that a lot of mine comes from a place of like good. And I try not to spend too much time on there and just fucking sucked into the phone. I'm also like really sick of seeing people go to concerts and go to different events like a football game or soccer game or something, and your fuckers are literally watching it through their phones. Nobody seems like they're present these days and in the moment. And I think that like this weekend, I think I just want to shut my phone off and just be. You feel me? Which I can't. But
yeah, I was gonna say
ideally that would be sick.
Ideally it would be sick. It's just
I think the phone is like in the social media platform. I only really run Instagram. Like the only one I'm on.
Yeah, Instagram. I want to get you on TikTok too.
I don't know if I'm gonna be Joe Tick No Talk.
I just feel like you could just take those videos that you're doing now and just put them on TikTok. Just post them. I just feel like TikTok could be a good thing for you. I don't know how I feel about TikTok either because it's owned by China, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm like 99% sure that's just still owned by China, still ran by China. But with that being said, people are making money off TikTok.
Yeah, it's true, dude. I have so many like cool ideas and like funny video things and all that kind of shit that like I get told all the time to get a Joe TikTok, but I don't know. I think I got a lot of fun stuff going on right now and don't really need to like put myself out there and like that I need to be funny guy kind of way on social media like videos. I don't know. Maybe you'll see some more this year. I don't know if I'm gonna be Joe TikTok. Maybe Tony, you can help me fucking create that. The thing is, the reason why I don't want to do it is because I don't want something to suck more of my attention in than it already does, right?
Yeah.
I want to go outside. I want to be outside. I want to be around people and be face to face. Mike Love talks about that all the time. My favorite musician. I've been telling you guys for fucking years to listen to him. If you haven't, that's your problem.
You saw him this year, Mike Love.
I saw him in Reno. Wow.
How special was that?
So fucking incredible. Like, it was insane. It was insane. When I heard that he was coming to Reno, I was like, what? And then I heard he was playing for a free show in the park. I was like, wow. Totally blew my mind. Was super unexpected. Thank you, Mike. Super special. And dude, just in the front of the show, just with David Dean Doug dancing. He fell asleep at one point. I was just dancing with him. It was special, dude. That dude helped me change a lot of life. Music is powerful.
I love that.
Listen to music. Listen to Mike.
Shout out Mike.
And don't let anybody influence your taste and like in music. That's weird. I don't like when people do that. It's like, I don't like country. I don't like this. Or like, this new age and rap's trash. It's like, nah, fuck that. If you like something, like that shit.
Yeah.
If you like something, like that shit. And be proud to like that shit. Whatever it is. Stop trying to hide your feelings about how you feel about shit. Stop trying to make somebody feel like your decision on what you like is the right one. Like what you like. Be yourself.
I love that.
I do too.
I want to come back to Christmas for a second because I have some questions.
Fuck, man. I shouldn't have talked about all that.
No, it's okay. Fuck Christmas.
No, the Santa thing.
Fuck Santa.
Because now I think my kids are going to watch it.
No, your kids are not going to watch this.
I don't know. They have fucking, that's the problem. Two of my kids have phones and we don't have like a private YouTube thing where you got to be 18.
Yeah, it is. You have to be 18 to watch our shit.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How does it know that?
Because it just like sees the type of content we put out and they go, yeah, you have to be 18 to watch this shit.
I want you to be 18 and I want to watch this shit.
But, I mean, it doesn't really stop it. I mean, you can just make an account, say that you're older than 18, and you watch shit.
Oh.
That's what I did when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, the two that have phones, they already know what's good anyways.
Okay, so back to Christmas presents. You don't know what you're buying your kids this year, or what wifey's got that figured out.
I think things just trying to keep them active.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to get them things that they can use, that they can go
Skateboards,
outside, stuff that's not
bikes.
just going to end up in my trash can.
Basketballs.
Things like that.
I love that.
Good things.
Happy things.
Happy things.
Do you have
Active
any,
things.
Do you have any Christmas traditions that you do with your family?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we do.
Let's hear
And it
'em.
was like another corporate Babylon one that got created. And it's actually in this room right now. Who can look around right now and figure out what it is that I'm talking about? Do you have a guess?
In this room? Is it the elf on the shelf?
It is the elf on the shelf. It is the motherfucking elf on the shelf. Dude, do you know how many times we got caught up with our elf supposed to already being out? Or like, no, okay, here's what we've gotten caught. Fuck you, bro. Just kidding. My boy's just hanging out. What a jerk. I love you, dude. A little spicy tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Sheesh. A lot of moving parts.
We're going.
Do you know how many times, like, so the thing with the elf is supposed to move at night. I don't know if you parents right now that are listening to this, like, you have to deal with the elf on the shelf, but that motherfucker's supposed to, like, get up and, like, move to a different spot.
Yeah.
And, like, end up, like, eating a bowl of cereal in the morning.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, no, the elf. Look what he did. He made a mess with the Apple Jacks. Like, what the fuck? So then, like, do you know how many times we've been caught up, like, not moving this motherfucker around? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
The kids call you out?
Fuck yeah, they do, dude.
They're like, wait, what the fuck?
They're like, he must have been content last night. He didn't move from the fucking tree. That's weird. Is this thing real? It's like, yeah. You know. And then we're extra about it the next day. You know what the funny thing is, though, is people started taking those things and doing weird ass shit with them. Like, I saw this one where, like, the elf was like, he had this big ass plate out and, like, a chick, and, like, he had a big ass straw, and, like, obviously, you know what I'm talking about. But they started doing, like, really dirty things with them, like a bunch of naked Barbies in a jacuzzi with this fucking weirdo looking dude, like, just hanging out with him. And that was pretty funny. I thought that was
That's cool.
a cool way for parents to make fun of it. My wife, we were in Kohl's the other day trying to find some jeans for me, which I couldn't find any, which sucked. I won't be going there again. No, I don't want any Kohl's cash. Sheesh. So we're in there, though, and sure enough, there's a huge fucking section of elves on the shelf. And she's like
different ones?
She's like grabbing I think she was about to grab a couple more, and I was like, no, honey, I forget what the kids call ours, but you know what is adorable, though? You know what? I kind of take some of this back. Tanner, dude. TJ, Tanner Joe.
Shout out TJ.
Shout out Tanner Joe, dude. Like, Chanelli, great mom to all the kids. Like, we pulled out the Christmas decorations. We're decking up the tree. I was, like, really, truly enjoying it this year, doing that. You know, that was fun. And I was just watching the kids, and it was just vibey. David Dean Douglas is like, like walking up to the tree, he's like, looking at it, like,
dude,
grabs one of the ornaments, just like fucking throws it. I'm like, God, dude. So like the tree, the first like 3 feet, there's no ornaments because we were like, no.
He's just slinging.
But Tanner, the next morning after we did all the Christmas stuff, Chanelli was on point. She put our elf from the shelf, dangling like that, all fucking dope style. I don't know what she did with him, but Tanner woke up in the morning and he comes into my room. He's like, Dad. The elf is here. And I was like, fuck yeah, son, he's here, dude. And I'm thinking to myself, like, nah, I gotta move that motherfucker, dude. So you know what? This is pretty inspiring, though. I'm gonna do some cool shit with that fucker this year.
Dude, can you please shoot some content so we can see it?
Yeah.
Just like a little bit, like up on the shelf. It'd be funny if you did, like, you know, some content with them. Or like a voiceover.
I could do that.
That'd be hilarious.
I think I'm gonna do some cool, like, little scenery things, like what he's doing. Like, we have so many plants in our house and shit. I think I could come up with some fun shit.
That's dope. I love that. I love that for you. Christmas traditions. I have a couple other things I want to talk about.
Yeah, let's fucking chop this shit,
so
dude.
I wanna ask,
chopping it up.
I wanna ask you a couple questions about this past year.
Yeah. Let's run it over.
So you went on a ton of trips this year.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was your favorite trip and why?
Favorite one? Fuck. Tough question. Man, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I would say my favorite one was the one that I took the solo journey with David D and Doug to Ohio.
4th of July.
4th of July, show with Bear and East Smoking, East Coasting. So that was super dope in itself. But to be the thing about it that made it so special was David being there. My wife was in Europe, being on her journey, doing her thing, you know, which I loved for her. And so when the show opportunity came up, it was like, oh, fuck, like David Dean Thug's here, you know, and I'm not going to leave my guy. So
That's what you did.
here's the options. I either load this little fool's backpack full of shit and like get my shit ready and carry this fucker and go on the planes 5 hours away to Ohio, or I don't go. And so the not go thing wasn't a fucking option. So it was just like, look, fool, we're gonna do this. So I booked a couple really late flights so that this little fucker would sleep.
Yeah.
And yeah, it worked out really. Titties flew out there and fucking did the shows. Dave was there. He got stuck between a wall and a hard place. And we can talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Can you tell that story?
Yeah, fuck yeah, let's tell it.
I have 2 more questions after this, but tell this story.
I'll tell this story.
Okay.
I'm a great parent. First of all, fly out there with David Dean Doug. He's with me the whole time. Like, Bear was like, yo, my family is gonna help out. His girlfriend Joe was there, and like they were all super helpful. Everybody was like super helpful, and I kind of like warned Bear. I was like, dude, me having David there and shit, like I'm gonna need a little bit of help, or else he's not gonna be able to go. Like during the shows, I gotta have somebody hang out with them or whatever the fuck. So everybody was super cool about it. Well, one night I got blessed, and we were able to, blessed by Bear's parents, they were gonna hang out with David so that I could go hang out with the boys, go check out a restaurant, go to the bar, and just kind of let loose and have a good time, you know, which I was really happy about. That was cool. Get a little me time in Ohio with the boys. And so I was like super like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And they were like, of course. They were so kind. Shout out to Bear's family. Super fucking awesome, nice people. So I'm like, okay, you know, like, let's go. And I was hyped, dude. So we go out. David's good. He's hanging out, chilling. We go out. And I was like, you know, we got to work tomorrow, do these shows. And I don't really want to party that hard, and I'm just gonna keep it chill. And I didn't do that. I cut loose. I turned up. But I was with Sal from East Coastin', and if you know Sal knows how to party. Sal gets turned. So Sal was funny too. Like he was like, here's a Jägermeister. Here's a this shot. Here's a that shot. Here's a Jello shot. Here's a that. So I was just all in this mixture of shit. I got a little sauced. I think my problem was, too, I pulled the J Brew and I didn't eat prior to going out, really. You know, like, I was at dinner and I felt like I couldn't really eat. I was already a little, I had done, sauced up.
Yeah.
So I got pretty friggin' drunk. Make it back to the house. Everything's fine. I'm buzzed up. David Dean's asleep, obviously. And I come into the room where I'm staying, and he's in a little pack-and play. He's in, like, a little mobile crib. And he's sleeping. And, dude, love Dave so much. And I was pretty buzzed up, and I was like, yeah, son, you want to lay with dad, you know? So I pulled him out the crib, and I was staying in like a twin-size bed, which was very comfortable. It was great. I was thankful for that. So I just wanted to lay with my guy. I wanted to crash with my boy. I was just like trying to cuddle my dude and my little baby. And so I didn't want him to roll off the bed, obviously, because this thing was like this high off the ground for whatever reason. And so I put him between me and the wall. And he's big enough at this point. He's not a newborn fucking infant. Like, you roll over, you lay on Dave, he's going to fucking let you know you're laying on him. Like, you're not just going to get away with that shit. So I was okay with that. Well, I didn't realize that in between the bed and the wall, there was a gap. So while I was sleeping, this fool somehow hit the wiggle worm and fucking wiggled down in between the fucking bed and the wall and got stuck, feet down. So he's just like this. He's like, ah. Well, I was a little too sauced. Dude, this is where I'm pretty hard on myself. Like, I got a little too sauced up. Probably should have left him in the fucking pack and play. And he's fucking screaming, bro. He's like, dude, I'm stuck, motherfucker. What are you doing, Dad? You idiot. And Bear's parents came in the room and, like, helped me out and, like, pulled him out of the wall in a hard place. And not good.
Yo,
and so his dad, I remember his dad trying to wake me up, dude. And I looked at him. I was like, he's like, yeah, your son's awake. He needs you. I'm just like, I fucking handle it. I don't know. I don't remember that part. I don't. I really fucking don't remember that part.
Dude.
I don't remember that part, and I'm ashamed of myself. This is not a proud story. I just wanted to live with my guy. Should have lived in the pack and play. Lesson learned. So check this out. It gets funner. Dave's okay. They put him back in the pack and play. He actually, I don't know how much sleep he got after that. That was about 4 a.m. I might be in denial that he might have already stayed awake the rest of the time. So, huge shout out to Seabear's parents. I love you guys. They helped me out tremendously that night. I got a little too sauce. Lesson learned on that one. If you're going to party with Sal, make sure David Dean Doug's not around. And if he is and he's sleeping in the crib, don't try to pull him out and put him in.
Leave his ass in there.
Yeah, just leave the guy in there. He was fine. So I wake up in the morning, I walk out in the living room, and I'm kind of like, I know kind of a little bit what happened last night, but I'm like trying to fight the feeling of accepting the fucking fact that they tried to wake me up last night. And so I come out, I'm like, hey, it's me again. And Seabear's like drinking out of a gallon of milk. He's like, and he looks at me and he just like puts the cap on the milk and like slides in the fridge, closes the fridge. He's like, dude. And I'm like, fuck, you know? Angry bear, dude. Like, he's looking at me like, bro, what are you doing? And I was like, what's up, Sierra? Like, trying to be all chipper and jolly. Like, it's all good. And he's like, do you remember what happened last night? And I was like, yeah, kind of. And he was like, dude, David Dean got stuck in between the wall and fucking, he was crying and like trying to get some help and you were too passed out. Granted, dude, I was like, told you I caught those red eye flights and shit. So I was in like super dad mode. I couldn't really sleep on the plane so I was very tired.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't just super drunk. I was very tired too.
Shit happens.
You know, just having my own back. But you know, a couple things. And I was like, no, I don't remember. And he was like, told me what happened, and I was just like, super fucking embarrassed. Like, can't even tell you. I called my wife right after that. I was like, hey, Dave was stuck last night between the wall and the bed. And I feel really fucking bad about it. I'm sorry. And she was like, you're fine. Like, she wasn't even bugging on me about it. But, yeah. Poor guy.
So
Bear gave me a little shit about it. His parents weren't upset. You know, they kind of understood. Sal laughed.
Of course he did.
And we went out, and I crushed it all day. And David Dean had the best time ever. And then he hung out with, like, later after the shows, he hung out with Bear's chick, and she took care of him, and I got to ride around Ohio on hogs.
Love that.
Which was fucking absolutely sicko mode. And then me and Dave flew back, and that was fucking sick.
All right, my next question for you.
Glad I told you guys that story. I needed to get that off my chest.
That was a good story. I'm so happy we got to do that story.
Stuck between a bed and a wall. Daddy, what are you doing to me? You know what I thought about it, though? Last thing, little point on this thing is I was like, thank God that he fucking didn't go head first. Could you imagine if my man's was just head down like, ah?
Yeah, that would have been like crazier.
So
it worked out.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Okay, my second question. Who was the biggest sicko that you brought here this year?
Biggest sicko?
To the podcast.
Me. No, I'm just kidding. Ah, man. In their respects, I think they're all the sickest, dude. I got love for so many different types of people from all over, dude. You know what, man? He's close to us. He's right here at home, and it's hard. That's a very challenging question.
I'm sorry
because I love all those guys.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for all of them that came out here, and I'm really glad they had a good time when they came here. Like being able to take people on a sick one in Reno. Thank you, Nick Moto, again. You always help me out when fucking people fly out, and we have the Bike Life people here. Jay Brew, man, Jeffrey fucking Brewer, dude. I love you to death, dog. Like he is. I have so much respect and love for him, and I'm just so grateful that we've been able to be such good friends now. And he just inspires me, bro. A lot of them do, but he inspires me. And he said it on the last podcast we did, the first one we did, where he was just like, dude, choose to be happy. Like, wake up. Like, life's too short, man. Do what you love. Like, and then he just gets up, gets out, gets active, and he beats himself, and he's somebody. And I look up to him like an older brother. Love him to death. I'd take a bullet in the fucking chest for you, dog.
Love that. Shout out Jay Brew. Shout out Jeff. And my last question, this is going to wrap up the show. If you can describe this year in one word, what word would that be?
On a sick one. On a sick one, dude. It's been legendary.
Yeah.
It's been legendary. Tony, thank you this year, wrapping it up. Doing a little shorty episode on this one because we got a fucking bunch of shit we got to go run and do. I'm about to headline a comedy show right now.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to doing that. It's going to be fun. thank you to all the people listening to this podcast, man. I appreciate you guys so much. We're going to keep this ball rocking and rolling and moving down the hill and do some really dope shit this year. If you're feeling inspired, if you're feeling like this episode helped you in any way, I always appreciate feedback, good or bad. Tell a friend, like, subscribe, share. The On a Sick One podcast, episode 11. Full Time Tony. Love you, dog.
Love you too.
Shout out J Light Studios. Shout out Culture and Cannabis. Shout out to us, dude, for fucking putting this show together. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
We'll see you next year.
Be thankful. Be grateful. We'll see you next year.
Peace.
Dude, the next one is going to be 2023. I'm going to be a whole nother person.
Yeah. 2023 Joe.
Peace and love. Bye.
Bye. Have you seen that girl?